Shalom Radicorns. It's Ellie, the Empress here. Prefacing. Um, I just got back from an engagement party. I'm not drunk. I had a couple of drinks. It was champagne, and I had another drink. It was like blue and green. So good. Um, One of my relatives described it as Jolly Ranchers, but it hurts. I can agree. Um, so yeah, I'm very relaxed. I'm not drunk. I'm what would be called tipsy. So okay, just prefacing if like a word slur, if I'm like extra giddy for no reason, I feel like it's the vibe. It's the end of Mercury retrograde. We got the Gemini full moon in. I think we all deserve a couple of drinks. I feel like we all deserve a couple of drinks after the time period we've had. Okay. Now, this is also a celebration. I just got back from an engagement party, ironically, and I'm also celebrating my 3rd year anniversary of being abstinent, of not having any dingling for 3 years. So a lot of people will be confused, like, why is that an accomplishment? Why are you celebrating? All that type of stuff. So if you're the type of feminine that I am, you know, dude's crazy. And it's like, they don't leave you alone. So especially if you let them have what they wanted, they really don't leave you alone. See, there goes the slurring. They really don't leave you alone if you give them that. And um, I had to learn a lot after these past few years when it came to who I am, how I am, why I am, and things of that nature. So when it came to the casual hookup culture, I never was like in that culture. I did 1 year of me being my little self and being in my shadow, low vibrational self, and that was it. And I learned during that time period, never again. Never again. And then also, oh, excuse me. I told you, I blame it on that alcohol. Okay. So I also learned the mentality of a lot of other people during this time period. And like, I realized I disagree with most people. I simply disagree with most people. First of all, the type of manipulation tactics that dudes be using nowadays is very much high school. It's very much like that movie that they make you watch during sex ed class of like, oh, if a boy approaches you in this sort of way, make sure you tell him no. Like, most of the time, I don't even end up in those types of situations because my mindset is totally different. My mindset is really like, if I get to this sort of level with you in the first place, I'm taking something. Like, I have to get something. People be like, the whole arguments about the 50-50, or like, oh, he's not spending at least $200 on a date. Like, no. My mindset when I was on my bullshit, right? It was like, I didn't necessarily have a standard of dude, but it's like they had to meet me on a certain type of vibration, and they couldn't like be toxic in that sort of way. We're already being toxic by hooking up or whatever, but it's like, don't play with me too much. Like, some dudes just play so many games for no reason. It's like, you already know I'm on bullshit. I know you on bullshit. Why are you putting extra games in there? That don't make no sense. And then you got the dudes who play the right type of bullshit. And then you have like your little consistent thing going on, and it is what it is with them. But then the dudes that be playing games for no reason, because it's like, people be having, like I said, the whole argument of like 50-50. He got to spend this much money on me on the first date. Like, it's just like really stupid things. You just pick an archetype of man that you want to deal with. Like, you just pick the archetype of man that you want to deal with, and then if you're being toxic, play those toxic games. Be how you are in that sort of environment. So, I like, during that time period, it was like a range of dudes I would deal with. Like, regular dude around my age at the time, early 20s. I think I was like 22, 21. Live with his parents. I live with my parents. It was like whatever. Other dude, he didn't stay with his parents or anything. He was a little bit older than me, had 2 kids, like stuff like that. And then other dude, quite a bit older, had his own place, had his own car, so it was just like whatever, had a business and had a good job. And you want to know who was the most toxic out of all of them? The one who had his shit together, who was the oldest. Played the most games for no reason. Didn't get no dingling from that nigga. I got some money from him. And I told him too. I was like, I could run your pocket so bad. He was like, I'm too smart for that. I'm like, the fact that you even talking to me about this lets me know I could play you. I never did though. He sent me money because he wanted to. And it was just like one of those things where he was lying for no reason. He thought I was lying because he was lying for no reason. So the hookups never happened. Where I just had my regular, consistent dudes that I would be with. We just had like our own little thing going on. It was literally like our own little thing going on. So throughout those experiences that I had with that, then I started dating and I started being serious. Then the dudes who I would actually like want to take serious as far as dating, being in a relationship with, because dating to marry, not just casually being in a temporary situation on purpose. Dudes just be toxic for no reason, like literally for no reason. So like one dude, he still lived with his baby mom. I'm like, why are you taking me out on a date? Nice ass date too. This was before I knew I was allergic to shrimp and before I stopped eating shellfish. We went to a nice ass restaurant. I got me some jumbo shrimp. What else we do? We did something else, and then we like took a walk afterward. So it was like spent like some good money on the food, and then we spent time together. But then like during the dinner, he told me about the whole situation with his baby mom, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this ain't gonna work at all. I just played the game until the date was over, but I removed him from my life after that period, because then I saw on social media like him and his baby mom were getting engaged and stuff. I was like, yep, unfriend. I already knew. You just looking for a good time right now. All right, cool. I'll be that, because you didn't say that ahead of time, but it is what it is. And then other situation, like we just didn't really vibe like that, and we stayed cool. And then all of a sudden, like years later, this man inboxes me and was like, "Are you rich yet?" Why are you being weird? Like, if you want to take me out on another date, we just went on a coffee date. It wasn't even like nothing serious. If you want to take me on another date, you could say that. Don't be weird to me. Don't, like, you're a man talking to me crazy. Are you rich yet? Why would you inbox me that? I ain't even open his message. I just left it because I'm just like, why do y'all act that way? Why are you doing that? Like, do you want to be with me? Or are you a bitch? Because, like, that's why I be disrespectful to dudes. Because, like, it's too many dumb ones. Like I said, the one dude who had the most being established, consistent income, having a business on the side, having his things taken care of as far as his needs. People call it the bare minimum. However, like, the way he lived his life, it was, like, pretty big. He was, like, he like besties with like the high rollers in the city type thing. So it's like it's like if anybody wanted to just like snatch up a dude, he'd be the type of dude to snatch up. I'm like, I ain't going for it. I don't got time to deal with that type of toxic. And you're not even like my archetype. It's like if I'm gonna let a dude be toxic to me, you're not even my archetype. You gotta be like a real good husband to me. With the archetype you got, you can't play games with me looking the way you look. It's like you know what you're gonna tolerate from who you're gonna tolerate it from. It's one of those sorts of things, and he just wasn't the type of person I was gonna tolerate certain behaviors from. And this man came at me with like, this is the timeline. I got out my bullshit, and he like got physical with me during my bullshit. So then years later, tried to come at me again and was like approaching me on some business type stuff. Is like basically it was thousands of dollars on the line trying to like do work with me. I'm like, I don't give a fuck how much money in this situation. I'm not dealing with you because I already know what you're gonna try to do. We gonna do the deal together, and then you go try to be hanging out when we go pick up our check. Want to take me out? Like, oh, let's celebrate. No. Oh, homie, I ain't doing that with you. No. I already know what type of time you want. That's what I'm saying. Dudes can't even get me into a certain type of situation to get certain things. If I was just about the money, yeah, I would have did that. But I'm like, by that time, I was already in the vibration I'm in now. Genuinely in a space of attracting love. I'm not here for, I'm going to get money from this person and not love them. Of course, how I desire to live my life, money is a factor. It's a certain type of lifestyle. So if it's an individual who is not spiritual at all and all they have is money, I don't fucking want them. I don't care. I don't care. Like, if a black man approaches me and he not spiritual and all he got is, hey, I'm gonna give you 10K, we could spend a couple of weeks together and we gonna, do this thing, and I'm gonna give you 10K after, I'm good. Like, it don't make sense to me. That's not, my energy is too valuable to base it only on money. We gotta meet at a certain frequency. We gotta meet at a certain vibration. You can't be playing no games because I'm not playing any games about myself. I need a husband and a father in my life, not some dude who gives me money sometimes. That's like, if you go be my sugar daddy, first of all, you're gonna have to be old because I'm not gonna be seen with you, and young dudes want to be seen with a woman. And I'm not gonna, it's like, because I'm going to get into the 4B movement in a minute. I am telling my story first, but I'm just like, I'm going to get my thoughts on the whole 4B movement thing. It's like people's perceptions of relationships is so skewed. It's like somebody will say something like they're looking for love, but then they'll go for the money. And it's like, if you was going for the money, you should have just said you were on that type of time. You should just say, I'm being a gold digger. I have an archetype of man I would be a gold digger for. It's not a black man, though. I would not do that to a black man. Getting into a committed relationship with a black man just because of his money and resources? Absolutely not. I have to love that man because I'm going to cherish him and nurture him the way he needs to be nurtured as the rising king, as we have these cycles ending and we have this new age of our relationships dynamic coming in. Like, we don't need the dynamics of toxic marriages and baby mom, baby dad situations. Like, what do I look like perpetuating that cycle? If I'm gonna be with somebody for their money, I already have a plan for that. But ain't no black man finna get that side from me. I'd much rather be alone than be toxic to a black man. You get what I'm saying? So I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I've had and kept all my energy to myself for 3 years. Can nobody fuck with me? For real. So now, I want to talk about this 4B movement thing because I think it's really dumb. At first, I really, really liked it. I was like, oh yeah, the girlies, they keeping themselves to themselves. They doing this, they being smart. I have a child. He's 7. So it's like, what I look like adding another child to that with no husband? Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. So it's like, the baby moms who are being smart and not adding to their children that they have, not adding to the number of baby dads they got, yay, real smart. The single women who are staying single, whether they choose to stay single or they do have that healthy type of relationship, good on them. When I first saw it, I was really happy. Then the whole election thing happened. They were like, they're taking away our reproductive rights. We all need to join the 4B movement because of blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, now y'all stupid. At first, I really supported everybody who was doing it because I was like, oh, I'm already doing this thing. I wasn't even intending to be part of this. I was just like, fuck all these niggas until one gets their shit straight. And having one shit straight has different like levels to it because I know what it's like to be a chosen one and have to go through certain type of roadblocks where logic don't make no sense. I get that. I've been in those types of situations before. However, if somebody's not in the matrix, if someone is in the matrix and they ain't got their shit straight, there's no reason for me to be around them at all. Like, you don't have your finances straight and you in the matrix? You ain't even on no woke hotep nothing and you ain't got your finances straight and you trying to be with me? Fuck you. Like, that's insulting. So it's like waiting until one finds the individual that's going to be able to build with them as far as curating a family goes. Ladies, if you're watching this, never help a man build. That's just one thing that I had to continuously learn. If he doesn't have his own thing already, don't help him. Just don't. It's hard, but it's like, just don't get into a relationship trying to help a man. I don't know what happens to them. They just act dumb most of the time. Not everybody is going to be Ronnie and Keith Lee. It's just not going to happen for most people. I don't know what it is. Even if you attain success with a man, they just act dumb. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you what it is. you help them along the way, you make money, they gain success, they gain notoriety, they gain some sort of fame, whether it's clout or network, whatever, they are still assholes. I don't know what happens. So just get with the man that at least has his foundation taken care of, and then you make the house a home. He got the house. It may look like shit, but he has the house, and you just help him decorate it, okay? That's my note to ladies, if I'm going to give any advice. Other than keep your fucking legs closed. So anyway, this 4B thing, everybody was like, oh, they're going to take away our reproductive rights. Ain't nobody, hold on. First of all, y'all are dumb as shit. I made a video about this a while ago in 2022. I titled it, it's a live stream, it's called Hot Girl Summer. What about abstinence? Something like that. And that was when Roe v. Wade was overturned. Roe versus Wade was a big topic at the time. That was during the Biden-Harris administration, okay? So don't think that this topic is brand new just because we got somebody new in office. Like, don't be stupid and try to bring politics into it, because y'all sound dumb as shit. Like, y'all told y'all I'm tipsy. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Even with me being tipsy, I know what I'm talking about because that's a political stance. I used to be very pro-choice because I was like, oh yeah, it's not fair if a woman has a medical condition or they have a medical emergency, or if someone gets sexually assaulted and they have this situation. That's not fair. I'm definitely pro-choice. But now that I see most of y'all are just dumb and you're whores, it's like, no, yeah, take that shit away. Take that shit away. Because if it got to a point where you thought, because you're not correct, if you thought that reproductive rights were going to be altered due to a political stance that certain politicians make, and then you decided to join the 4B movement after that, yeah, take that shit away. Take it away then, because you're dumb. You shouldn't want to lie down with a man that you don't want to have a child with anyway. At least, like, if you're going to do it, like, when I was on my bullshit, I always used condoms. It was, like, never a thing. It was never a question. Always use condoms, and I had birth control. Like, I don't get it. What is the confusion about? If you don't like a man, don't do that shit raw with him. Like, I don't get it. I genuinely couldn't understand what the controversy was once I learned that most of y'all weren't doing it for health reasons. Like, once I learned, because as an adult person, I genuinely thought that most people, most situations, when it came to abortions, came from medical emergencies or, teenagers. Like, teenage girls, anyone up until 19 years old has a right to fear being a mother. Anybody 19 years and younger, okay, I was there too. I was doing a little too much with my boyfriend at the time, and I thought about it, heavily considered it, and then my body ended up doing something different, so I ended up not having an abortion. So it was just like a situation for me. But you telling me you're 23, 27, 32, 40, talking about abortions because you laid down with the man why are you laying down with him? This is where, this is where Shira 7 be making sense. Shira 7 be making sense because she be saying stuff like, I'm not condoning every single thing she says, but it's like, why would you lay down with a dusty man in the first place? Why would you allow him access to you in such a divine, sensual, intense, intimate way if you don't want to have his child in the first place? The least you can get out of a man is child support. That's the truth of the matter. If we're talking about in today's time and how things are, if that man not talking about marrying you and y'all doing the do together and you want to freak out because you get pregnant and then you got to get an abortion, that's on you. That's not about no reproductive rights. That's not about no political stance. That's not about no 4B movement. You were choosing to be dumb with a man that can't provide you or a child nothing. At least with sprinkle, at least get with a man that can provide you the finances. At least. At least. So if I'm going to give advice, that's the type of advice I'm going to give. It's like, I can't tell you what to do. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. But don't be out here complaining about nothing. When it's like, once I started seeing that girls were like getting abortions like once a year or every other year or something, I was like, oh yeah, something wrong with y'all. Like, y'all got a problem. This isn't what I was advocating for. I was pro-choice on some, yeah, let's make sure it's available for medical reasons. But now I'm realizing a lot of y'all are just dumb. Yeah, no. Put that shit away. Don't make it accessible to them. They need a doctor's note for why they would need one. Because it's like the whole notion that a lot of people have, oh, well, are you advocating for parents who can't afford to have children to be forced to have them? I'm advocating for discipline. Because if a couple is together or married, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So if someone's single, they shouldn't be out here doing what they want to do and then suffering the consequences of it. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. If you're not going to stay alone, at least be with somebody that if you can't have a marriage with them, at least make sure that they can take care of the child. And then if dudes are watching, stop blaming the baby mom for everything. Because y'all are really more dumb than they are. Oh, my baby mom don't take care of my kids. She this, she that. You decided to get with a hood, ratchet, don't know nothing type bitch anyway. And just because she live in the hood don't make her a ratchet bitch that don't know nothing. Like, y'all begin with the bitches that can't hold a conversation. Like, all they can do is talk about pop culture and, like, look pretty. And they don't have any sense. It's like, if you can't talk to her about what her diet is, if you can't talk to her about what she believes about the state of the world, if her answer to what are your spiritual beliefs is, oh, I go to church, if all she could say about education, if y'all are to have kids, if all she could say about education is, oh, I'm gonna just put the kids in school and I'm gonna just do whatever. If she don't have a conversation, that's your fault for impregnating her. Like, I can't with the lack of accountability that most people have nowadays. It just doesn't make any type of sense. It literally makes no sense. Like, when I had my child, I was literally with someone that I didn't go to high school with them, but we were together while we were in high school. So that's a whole situation. Since I've been a grown-up adult, I ain't been with no nigga that can't do nothing for me. Like, the fuck? I had my little situation where I was like on my little bullshit or whatever, but I kept it wrapped up and I kept it protected. Anybody that I did not keep it wrapped up and protected with, they could do something for me. Or they did do things for me. They did put money in my pocket. They did give me things. They did give me affection. They did give me love to some sort of extent. Even if things didn't last, it's okay. But I wasn't finna be with no any type nigga that can't do nothing. There's dudes who literally can't do nothing for you but want to be with you, women. And they gonna do it just cause. That's another thing that I don't get about dudes. It's like, why would you shoot your shot when you literally can't do shit for the woman? Say she say yeah. Then y'all get together. Y'all do the dude. Now y'all got a baby. You can't do shit for the baby. Y'all got to get all type of help and everything from everybody. And you don't need to. It's just y'all decided to move fast. That was fresh out of high school me. Fresh out of high school. I shouldn't be talking to people in their mid-20s and 30s going through that. That don't make no sense. It don't make no type of sense. I can't stand these conversations people be having. And then it's just like that whole thing of people talk about like generational wealth is such an annoying topic to me for the general public. People don't know what that means. People do not know what generational wealth means. Like, I shouldn't have to explain this, but generational wealth means wealth that you can pass on from generation to generation. That's what it means. It does not mean whatever y'all are talking about. I don't know. Like, a lot of dudes think that having a legacy means having a lot of kids. Okay. I don't know what they put in the water. You can't have a legacy just because people exist. In order for there to be a legacy, morals have to be passed down. So if your moral is being a rolling stone and a hoe, you're making a legacy of rolling stones and hoes. And y'all got the nerve to be mad at gay people. Leave them alone. At least they living in their truth. Y'all can't even not cheat on your partner. That's a whole nother topic. I don't think I'm finna leave this platform, so I'm probably not even gonna be able to address cheating from a spiritual perspective too much. This video didn't even come too much from a spiritual perspective. Like I said, I'm a little tipsy, so stuff's not really like too spiritual right now. However, I'm celebrating, and it has a lot to do with my energy. I can't give my energy, like, even if a dude, like, dudes be wanting to get me pregnant so bad, it's weird. Like, I don't get that. It's like, oh, my legacy, you're a great mom, so you need to be a great dad. Freaking weirdo. You also have to be a great dad in order for the legacy for me to be a great mom works. Just because I'm doing my thing as a single mom now don't mean I'm gonna keep doing that. Weirdo. Dudes be thinking genetics is all that's necessary for a child to succeed. No. Children need parents. Parents need children too, honestly. I learned a lot from being a mom. Being a mom is so funny. Being a mom is literally so funny. Like, I couldn't even explain it to y'all. But yeah, I'm happy because I did it. And you can do it too, ladies. I know 3 years sounds like a long time. There'd be some women talk about 10 years. I'd be like, 10 years? But the way dudes be acting, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because what do you mean? If you get the spiritual dude, they be broke as shit. You get the dude with a lot of money, they be toxic as hell. Don't know nothing about no type of spirituality. Can't talk to them about nothing. Emotionally unavailable. You get with the super fitness dude, they be overly masculine and overly aggressive, and they don't got a gentle touch to them. It's like there's so much imbalance when it comes to masculine beings. Not to say that there's nothing wrong with females, because there's a lot wrong with females, but it's like the things that are wrong with females is that they have we've been conditioned as a gender to not have standards. So if all women just raise their standards for the type of dudes that they at least sleep with, of course making a husband, but at least sleep with, dudes would get, a lot of that type of stuff would be washed out for women. A lot of the issues would be washed away if women raise their standards. Either be alone or only be with men that are at a certain standard. That doesn't mean high value man. He doesn't necessarily need to make 6 figures, but in this economy, it's smart to get one that makes 6 figures. But even if he doesn't make 6 figures, it's like he could be the person in the family that has like all the connections and the ties, and he's the network of the family. He could be the neighborhood community dude where he's like very, very involved. If you're into religion, he could be like the dude at his church where he's always like assisting and helping out, like just a genuine guy. So even though he's not rich or is wealthy by finances, he's like such a genuine and great person, and y'all have a lot of fun together. Honestly, I think I just described my brother-in-law. He's such a nice person. He's a great guy. He's British. I have a British brother-in-law. I would bring it up anytime I can because I can. But yeah, when you think about things that way versus just some dude, like, don't get with some dude. He gotta have something about him. Even when I was with my son's father, he had something about him. Unfortunately, life beat us up around the same time period, had our spiritual awakenings around the same time, and he chose a different route than me. Things like that happen, and that's unfortunate. But if you choosing an ain't shit nigga, and you know he ain't shit nigga, he got 3 kids by 3 baby moms already. He ain't got no job. Him not having a job, if a dude don't have a job, he needs to explain to me exactly what his business is. Because if he can't explain to you what his business is, he ain't got no job or no hustle. He just do shit to get money sometimes. He only gets money when he needs money. If you want to buy some weed, if you want to buy a new game, if you want to buy some new shoes, he'll get up and go do something. But doing something on a continuous basis, he don't know how to build generational wealth. He not thinking about children. He not thinking about wives. He not thinking about it. And don't even get me started on the poly people. Poly people get on my fucking nerves. Most people who say they're polygamous or polygynous are polyamorous hoes. They are hoes. It's okay to be polyamorous. But don't lie and say that you're polygamous or polygynous and you're just a hoe. If you have had sex, men, if you have had sex with your wives and then they end up not being your wife anymore, and that's happened on a, I don't want to say regular basis, but on a repeated basis, if that's happened more than 3 times, you are a hoe. You're polyamorous. That's not a wife. If she's not permanently in your life, at least for 5 years. If you're talking about a couple of months, a year or 2 maybe, and then you want to another female, you's a hoe. Just accept that. Stop trying to glaze over the facts and be like, I have multiple wives. You do not. That's not a wife. That's a girlfriend. It's a sex partner. It's a hoe. One of your hoes. Okay? Stop with that dumb shit. Y'all be pissing me off with the dumb shit. If you're like, there are real polygynous marriages out here. Folks be having 20-year-long 2-3 wife situations. 40 years strong. Real marriages. All their wives got their own businesses, or all the wives work within a business. They have investments set up, and it's a family trust. All the children get a percentage of the inheritances. Real marriages. Y'all just fucking. Leave that shit alone. Stop saying words that you don't know the meaning of. Leave it alone. Damn. Yeah, those are the 2 archetypes that I dislike. It's the women who complain about abortion rights and they're just hoes. And then it's the men who always want to claim polygamy, but they're hoes. Stop faking being a hoe. If you a hoe, it's okay. Just be a hoe. And live in your truth. Like I said, y'all always got shit to talk about with gay people. At least they living in their truth. Damn. Let me read y'all's comments. Okay. Rashad Sims said, beautiful. That's why I say a woman with a strong mind is forever divine and untouched. Mine is better than an unopened package. Okay. Harlem said, bars. When Wortman said, hey, Ellie, what's good? King Sage said, I'm grateful. Yeah, Sage, like, look. You DM me and you said you weren't going to bother me anymore. Maybe you're not bothering me, but don't come up in my comment section acting like we cool. We're not. I already told you we're not cool. Even as a supporter, follower, subscriber of mine, I don't fuck with you. How you gonna go live talking shit about me, lying, apologize later, and think I'm supposed to be cool with you? I'm not even cool with you being in my comments. I made that clear. I didn't want you watching my Instagram story. I said don't follow me. So don't comment on my shit expecting me to be nice to you, because I'm not. I don't like you. Heavy Ether Max said, congratulations on your 3-year celibacy. Much gratitude. Much gratitude. Michael Johnson said, hey, Ellie. Web Wartman said, 100. DJ Holiday said, you staying on IG? I'm leaving socials. I'm leaving this whole ass internet. If you didn't know, the reason I had to talk to Sage like that in the comments was because that boy went live about me talking shit. This is why I'm leaving. I don't got time for that fake love, fake ass energy that people be having. I was talking shit about him. No, me and another grown adult were trying to figure out how to help that boy. That's not talking shit. We trying to give you game for free. Hell no. No. He went live on IG, posted that shit, then deleted it later. Hell no. I'm not saying nowhere. I'm just getting money off of these internets. Went with the laughing emojis. Michael Johnson said Ellie is the best. Much gratitude. Gwen said congratulations on your 3-year celibacy journey. Gratitude. Yes. Mr. Sunset said facts. Heavy Ether Max said shots fired. Man, what? I'm gonna read you a comment, but DJ Holiday said, no, we need you 2025. Money finna be here for us. I know you got bread, but still your wisdom. I posted all I could post. I ain't finna tell nobody else nothing at all. I'm done. I'm good. All the stuff I got is here. Now, I don't think you're a member. So any new content that you're not familiar with, you can get not a subscription. You can get a membership here on the channel. Those should start at 99 cents. So anything that may be new to you will be in the membership tabs. Otherwise, I ain't got nothing else to tell nobody. Plus, I need that time for myself. I really do need that time for myself. I've had a lot happen to me over these years. Thinking people are real and they fake as hell behind the scenes. Calling me fake. I've gone through that so many times. I ain't even met that boy in person. I dealt with that shit in person with real life people. I slept in their house. We traveled together. We went to events together. All of that. I don't got time for people on the internet thinking they know me and talking crazy about me. I don't got time for it. I don't got time for that. When I'm giving advice consistently, when I'm giving information consistently, people questioning my purpose and what I'm doing on my platforms consistently, I don't got time for it. Information's here. Y'all got it. I have it organized. And then you can still talk to me. That's the thing. I'm not gonna be on socials making videos and going live. I'm gonna still be on my websites. You can still talk to me if you want to have conversations with me. I still have information and products available if you want to connect with me in a deeper way. So I got my own platform. It's like a social media. It has a forum. It has like groups in there. You can make group chats in there. You can DM me. Stuff like that. Like, I'm still available for conversation. So if you got like real questions, like the ones you mentioned, I'm just not finna be doing this type of stuff no more. Or recording and posting it. That's what that is. It's not so much like I'm completely MIA and completely unavailable. I'm just not giving any more of my energy to these platforms and people making everything about clout. I don't give a fuck about clout. I got real life shit going on. Plus, when it comes to information, I post that everywhere else. Heavy Ether Max said, are you familiar with the Sovereignty Immunity Act 28 USC 1604? That specific name, not necessarily. However, I am studying on a lot of things concerning sovereignty, though. DJ Holiday said, bet I'm in the membership. Okay, cool. Dope. But yeah. Like I said, I'm out of breath. I just got done doing the wobble. I had a glass of champagne, and it wasn't a shot. It wasn't a shot. It was like a cup of this tequila rum blue. It wasn't blue raspberry. It was like blueberry lime-ish type flavor. Gosh, it was so good. It was still sweet and like I don't think I've had tequila before either. I'm thinking about it. I've had so many new drinks recently. I had bourbon for the first time last week. And I just had champagne for the first time today. Then I had tequila today. I think I may have had tequila before. But yeah, I'm really in the vibe. Survive all the time. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. 3 years. My energy different. And I know that too, just based off of interactions with people. Not just sexually, but if people react to me a certain type of way just based off of conversations or interactions, and I know the type of interactions I've had with people with the sex in the midst of it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta be careful. I can't keep hurting these men like this. Dudes be getting hurt. I don't know what that be about. I be like, I don't know why you in your feelings. I don't know what that's about. Cause when we be in our feelings, like dudes don't be caring. But then when dudes be in their feelings, they be like, you don't care? No. What am I care for? I already told you what the problem was. And you don't want to listen. So now that I'm done, no, I don't care what you. I'm done. I do support that in the 4B movement. I don't support the people who made it weird and political. That didn't make no sense to me. Damn, Ma said shalom. Shalom. What's good? What's good? But I'm finna go. Much gratitude, y'all. It's gonna be one of my last streams. And I'm finna be 27 years old. So if y'all want to send me something, I'm available. Now, I prefer you support my business rather than just send me a cash app. However, whatever you desire to do, I appreciate it regardless. I do have books and ebooks for sale. And like I mentioned before with the memberships, y'all can get a membership if you would like to. And yeah, just like other things I do have now where you can purchase essays from me, where those essays are research papers for information that is applicable to the daily life of Black women, but is applicable for everyone due to the fact that the perspective is written from Black women. I'm a Black woman who's a writer on the team, and then there are other ladies as well who have written pieces. So our perspective is shared for the betterment of society. So that's my blog, marineflowblog.com. So y'all can purchase essays from there as well now. When Wortman laughed and said, when what? Hold on, what'd I say? What did I say with the win? What did I say? Jack did that, said lame. I guess so. I like being kind of lame sometimes. It makes me not care about you people. So I forgot what I said though. I'm tipsy. Like I don't remember what happened. What was funny? I don't know. But yeah. You can put fire emojis. I'm trying to remember what was funny. I don't remember what was funny. Let me see. Was that it? Is that all I wanted to share? I think that's all I wanted to share. Yeah, people are stupid. Keep your pussy to yourself. Keep your penis to yourself. Oh, my solar return? Okay, so I'm a master number. I'm 1222. So yeah. Big Capricorn Sagittarius cusp in the building. That me. Too cool for school. Yeah, Michael. But yeah, December 22nd. Let me see. Is that it, you guys? That's it, you guys. And it's funny too. This is just random. So I was in Memphis last weekend and I went downtown and there's this random Hebrew Israelite group with a microphone and a camera and stuff. And I got a clip of them and they're just like, Shalom, sister. And I was like, Shalom, tribe of Judah here. And they were like, the sister knows her tribe. And they were like, eh. I'm like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know right now. Like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Heck yeah, I know where I'm from. Heavy Ether Max says Scorpio Dragon Master number 11. Oh, okay. When Wortman said, oh, makes sense. Bet. That's why I don't say nothing. Just keep it private. Past 3 years, previous 3 years, my solar returns were 12, 22, 21. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Then it was 12, 22, 22, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Really, it was 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then last year, it was 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And so this year is the only one where that's why I'm closing out everything. Because it's 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4. I was like, oh, 4, I'm done. Nothing really cool about it. The other ones were completely aligned, and I'm done now. I'm closing out the stage. Exit stage left. Okay, bye, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Shalom, Unicorns. Tawada. And that means thank you in Hebrew.